Action News, Delaware Valley's leading news program with Gary Papa, Dave Roberts, and Jim Gardner.
Thursday night, Pennsylvania State Police are looking for a flasher who targets children. And a water main break forces days of disruption on a busy Bucks County road. But the big story on Action News tonight is a new development in the battle between the city of Philadelphia and residents of the Move homes in West Philadelphia. The homes are in serious disrepair. The city is offering residents a buyout so the homes can be torn down, but a number of residents have taken the city to court, and they got something of a reprieve today. Action News reporter John Wallens is live on Osage Avenue with the latest. John?
Well, Jim, the city had said in the past that these houses were so dangerous because of the gas vent problem that had been experienced here, that they were so dangerous that everyone would be out of here by September 6th. Today in court, it made a proposal that, if accepted by the homeowners, would back off that position.
This is just a situation where the city blinked.
For those residents who are in court battling the mayor's plan to buy back and tear down their homes, today's proposal will give them at least a temporary reprieve. They will not have to move out next month.
It's a victory because if the court had ordered that we would be evicted on September 6th, then it would have been a defeat.
What the city proposed today is to front the money to residents to make repairs to their gas vents, so furnaces shut down last week by PGW can be turned back on. But the city says it is not backing down from its ultimate goal to buy back all the homes in the 6200 block and then tear them down. Today is the latest episode of the Osage Pine Street saga. The troubled homes were built in the wake of the 1985 Move fire. The hastily built houses have been plagued with bad roofs, windows, unsafe framing, and now faulty gas vents. The city says it has already spent over $400,000 per house and is facing estimated repairs of thousands more.
Over the last 15 years, this has been an approach that has not worked, and it's not an approach that has shown us that we have any way of continuing. So it has been an unsuccessful approach.
Mayor Street says the buyout is a must. Half the residents here have accepted his plan. The other half are fighting the buyout, saying the city is obligated to repair or rebuild houses on this site.
Nothing to do. They force you out. You fight and fight until you cannot fight no more.
But you intend to keep fighting?
Yeah.
All right, this is a community divided. There are 60 privately owned homes that are involved here. Now, the two sides differ on exactly what the split is as far as numbers, but the city said today that 34 homeowners have agreed to the city buyout of $150,000 total. Now, as far as those folks are expected to leave at any time in the next couple of weeks, that they will move out of their homes. The 26 other homeowners are involved in the lawsuit that is, of course, battling City Hall at this point, and as you heard, they vow to keep fighting. Live in West Philadelphia, John Rollins, Channel 6 Action News.
Thank you, John. The manhunt is on tonight for a pair of armed bandits who held up a McDonald's early this morning in Cherry Hill. It happened at 5:30 on Route 38 and Longwood Avenue. The two men, both wearing ski masks, bound and gagged two female employees, ages 51 and 74, and then escorted the owner to the office and the money drawer. Despite the seriousness of the situation, the victims actually called the bandits gentlemen. One of them loosened the duct tape over the mouth of the 74-year-old woman when she said she couldn't breathe. A Philadelphia police officer was injured this morning when her cruiser slammed into a car pulling out into the street from a shopping center parking lot. It happened at Frankfort Avenue and Norr Street in Tacony. Officer Ratana Foster is in fair condition tonight at Frankfort Torresdale Hospital. The driver of the civilian car, Yasser Ashras of Philadelphia, was treated and released. A Bucks County couple have been charged with serious criminal offenses for allegedly providing beer at their daughter's graduation party last spring, a party that ended in tragedy. Action News reporter Denise James has the story.
It's been 2 months since 19-year-old Michael Live died in a car crash. He was driving eastbound, heading into a curve on Street Road in Warrington Township.
He was going 65 miles an hour and taking that curve and lost control, and as a result went off the road on the south side of the roadway, struck a couple trees, car spun, and Mr. Live was ejected from the vehicle.
Live, seen here with his identical twin, Timothy, had a blood alcohol level of 0.16. That's above the 0.10 legal limit. Alcohol also appeared in the blood of a 19-year-old passenger who survived the crash. The two had just left a friend's high school graduation party less than 2 miles away on Hillside Drive. Police say the graduates' parents, Michael and Carmelita Harvey, supplied the party with a keg of beer. They have now been charged with corrupting the morals of minors and supplying alcohol to underage drinkers.
There's criminal responsibility, and that's what our message is. But more than that, it's just irresponsible in this day and age to serve alcohol to minors.
For allegedly supplying alcohol to underage drinkers and minors, the Harveys face up to 12 years in prison. They do not face charges in connection with Live's death.
And it's a tragedy. But in terms of criminal liability and criminal responsibility, the Harveys cannot criminally be held responsible for that tragedy.
Michael and Carmelita Harvey have each been released on $25,000 unsecured bail. They are scheduled to appear in court for a preliminary hearing on October 27th. In Warrington Township, Denise James, Channel 6 Action News.
And we have a developing story right now in North Philadelphia. Let's go live to Chopper 6 over the scene of a building collapse. This happened just a few moments ago at 29th and Cecil B. Moore Avenue, and you can see the collapsed structure right in the center of your screen. Obviously a mess right now. Police and firefighters were quick to respond. We have no reports so far of anyone trapped in the rubble, nor of anyone being hurt. But you can see firefighters on the scene. Initial reports are the building was vacant. If we learn anything more about this, we'll let you know. A water main break has been causing some problems today in Bensalem Township, Bucks County. The 30-year-old main under Street Road finally wore out early this morning, and crews will be working throughout the night to make repairs. Water service has been cut to the Fidelity Mutual Insurance building, but a water wagon has been dispatched to provide water to the business. The bad news for motorists, the left lane and shoulder of Street Road will be shut down at least through the weekend. PECO officials are making repairs on a gas line in front of the Westchester Post Office. A construction crew hit a 1¼ inch line just before 11 o'clock this morning, and that has disrupted gas service to the post office on Airport Road in West Goshen Township. Fire crews pinched the line quickly, so no evacuations were necessary. Officials expect repairs to be completed at just about this time. Authorities are investigating another explosive device found in Chester County. It is the 5th such incident in the Phoenixville area this summer. Authorities believe that a small bomb of some kind was detonated inside a parked sport utility vehicle last night. The damage was minor. Fortunately, nobody was hurt. Chester County detectives and agents from the Federal Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms have launched an investigation. A settlement has been reached in a sexual harassment suit against the Atlantic City Police Department. Sergeant Donna Hurley and attorneys for the city have agreed on a $1.4 million payout. Hurley was the first woman to reach the rank of sergeant in the Atlantic City Police Department. She filed the suit 4 years ago, claiming that she was victimized by obscene comments and drawings made by supervisors and fellow officers. Now she gets $1.4 million. The U.S. Army spent this day showing off the next generation of military hardware, and New Jersey correspondent Norma Mushanek has that story from Fort Dix.
Scouts confirm enemy mechanized infantry. Battle position Razor. Assault, assault, assault.
This live fire demonstration at Range 65 in Fort Dix was a chance for the base to show off its new state-of-the-art computerized detection system that can instantly tell tank gunners where their rounds have hit.
Not only does the tower have immediate feedback of where the round went, because they can't see it from inside the vehicle, then they have a monitor inside the vehicle that also places the rounds so that they can see how to adjust their target for the next round.
Come right there, come right. Fire!
It's a lot of guesswork involved, and from this system, the system that they have here, you can make that instant correction. It saves you a lot of time.
And it will save money, too, because if tanks can hit targets more quickly, they'll be using less ammunition, which is costly. Army brass say the high-tech system is the only one like it on the East Coast and will give the most highly skilled tank crews the training they need.
Ability to shoot, find out what you got immediately, and then to move on.
Officials say not only will this revolutionize gunnery training, but it will make Fort Dix, in danger of closing altogether a decade ago, a more valuable installation to the military.
There are only 2 bases in the entire country that have the target hit reporting capability that we have here. So this makes us, this puts us in very, very good shape looking into the future.
The Army says the hit sensor will help the thousands of soldiers who come to Fort Dix live up to the base's motto by training smarter, faster, and better. At Fort Dix, I'm Norma Mushanek, Channel 6 Action News.
And coming up next on Action News tonight, police say a flasher is targeting children in Delaware County. Later, man's best friend lends an important hand to clamors at the Jersey Shore.
Well, it was a hazy and very humid day today, but Mother Nature will be clearing the air as we head into the weekend. We'll have details. Also take a look at what's left of Debbie in the AccuWeather 5-day forecast.
And the Eagles are getting ready to take the field for their final test of the preseason. We'll have a live preview. That and more when Action News continues tonight. Pennsylvania State Police are searching for a flasher who has been exposing himself in Delaware County, and lawmen say his targets have been kids. Investigators say the suspect has struck 4 times, 3 in Nether Providence Township, once in Rose Valley Borough. His victims have ranged in age from 11 to 16. Police have released a computer sketch of the suspect. If you recognize this man or have any other information, call Pennsylvania State Police. The Philadelphia Police Department has a new web page online tonight. The site was created to give residents a better idea of the goings-on inside the department, along with crime-fighting tips, jobs within the department, and up-to-date lists of the city's most wanted criminals. The web page also has a password-only area for police officers. You can visit the department's web page by linking it through our web page at WPVI.com. African-American firefighters rallied outside Philadelphia City Hall today in support of a captain who was fired earlier this month. Asa Grimes was fired after the department investigated allegations that he had tried to force through the certification of a paramedic applicant even though she wasn't qualified. Grimes was at the rally today. He believes he was fired for having publicly criticized Commissioner Harold Hairston in the past.
And I'm being retaliated against because of the stand that I took along with the Valiants for Fire Commissioner Hairston's unwillingness to promote African Americans.
This rally was sponsored by the Valiants Incorporated. Fire department officials today had no comment. A company that hopes to change international shipping has announced plans to build a terminal in the Port Richmond section of Philadelphia. Officials with Fast Ship Incorporated say they want to build a $125 million facility at the old Conrail terminal. It's on the Delaware River near Cumberland and Richmond. Fast Ship plans to launch a high-speed cargo service between Philadelphia and Europe with ships that would cross the Atlantic in 4 days, half the time of conventional ships. The terminal could be up and running by 2004. Coming up next on Action News tonight, Phil Andrews live at the Vet with an Eagles preview. Phil.
That's right, Jim. Not only is this the final preseason game of the preseason for the Birds, but it might be the final game for a lot of players trying to make this squad. I'll explain coming up later in sports.
And the exclusive AccuWeather forecast when Action News continues tonight. Eagles getting ready for the Bills. Here's Scott Palmer for Gary Papa.
Just a little more unfinished business, Jim. One more left. One more practice game. The Eagles take on Buffalo tonight at Veterans Stadium. Phil Andrews is there live. Phil, if you blink, though, you might miss the starters tonight.
Yeah, you're right. It looks like Donovan McNabb and the starting offense will probably go a couple of series, and then, of course, Andy Reid will yank them out of there. Don't want to get your starting players hurt before the season opener against Dallas in about 10 days from now. But, you know, Andy Reid is continuing to lay the foundation for this team with sights on the future. But keep in mind that you always hear the Eagles say we cannot compete with the rest of the NFL as long as we play in this stadium. Now, you might think, well, what do the two have to do in common? Prime example this week, there was a very good defensive tackle, free agent available to the Eagles on the wires this year, Brad Culpepper from Tampa Bay. But Culpepper says, hey, you know what? The Eagles get no chance of me if I have to play on this stuff. So prime example there, and instead, Culpepper is playing with Chicago. There is a design for a stadium on the table, and the Eagles are hoping and looking towards the future.
People kind of downplay it at times, but, you know, when you see new facilities going up, new stadium within the next few years that'll be going up, it shows that, you know, not just the coaching staff and the players are dedicated to winning, but the whole program is dedicated to winning and getting the best things out there that these guys can put to use to be successful.
Of course, on the flip side, you look across the street from Veterans Stadium, there it is. The future home of the Eagles, their practice facility, it looks very nice, but you know what? The stadium would be just as nice also. Eagles are building for the future, and of course, building for the future does include this final preseason game because there are some players who are right on the bubble, players who could contribute to this team here in the 2000 season. Final game of the preseason on tap here at Veterans Stadium, and Scott, we'll have post-game reaction and highlights for you tonight on Action News at 11.
Looking forward to it. Thank you, Phil.
All right.
The Temple Owls are preparing for their third season under Coach Bobby Wallace. Today was Media Day in North Philadelphia, and the Owls showed off their new practice field at 11th and Diamond. Temple is coming off 2 wins last season, but this year they have the advantage of an easier schedule and 6 games in Philadelphia. The opener is September 2nd at Navy. A dubious pitching matchup today in Cincinnati. Steve Parris for the Reds and Omar Dahl hooked up in a battle of 14-game losers, the first time that's happened in 8 years. The Phils gave Dahl a quick 2-run lead that he just as quickly lost. Sean Casey with the run-scoring hit. Former Phil Benito Santiago comes home. A big day for Casey. He also had a 2-run homer off Jason Boyd right here. He knew it as soon as he hit it. Cincinnati beat the Phils 8-3. Dahl becomes the first 15-game loser in the majors. Tiger Woods is following his win at the PGA by playing in this week's NEC Invitational. Here's Tiger today at Firestone Country Club. A birdie on the way to a round of 6 under par 64. But trouble on 18 for Tiger. A bad shot, not the sound you want to hear, and the tree got the worst of it. Check this out. How strong is Tiger Woods? Westchester's Jim Furyk right behind at 5 under. Furyk had a good opening round. He trails Tiger by just 1. And in tennis, Venus Williams was a winner today at the Pilot Pen tournament. Venus beat Patty Schnyder in straight sets. That puts her in the semifinals. Venus Williams is trying to win her 4th consecutive title, and she scores this point with a little emphasis. Is anyone hotter than Tiger? Maybe Venus, Jim.
There you go.
Okay.
Actor and activist Derek Ashlong helped start off the year for new students at Philadelphia University today. Ashlong played a supporting role in Steven Spielberg's movie Amistad. Well, Ashlong welcomed the class of 2004. We don't have the pictures. Well, we'll tell the story. And he reminded students to be true to themselves. That's more important a message than any picture. More than 700 students make up this year's freshman class, majoring in subjects such as fashion design and architecture and business. Parts of our area getting pummeled right now with some nasty weather. Here's Cecily Tynan for Dave Roberts.
That's right, Jim. We've been tracking a thunderstorm cell at the Jersey Shore. This is the scene in Margate, and the skies just opened up about 45 minutes ago. This is the intersection of Ventnor and Monroe, and you can see the flooding. We have estimates, radar estimates of 1.5 to 2 inches of rain fell very quickly. Also high tide in the back bays, so the water just having no place to go. And Street Spotter 6 showing what we're watching. You can see now the cell is just south of Ocean City. It's moving to the south at about 13 miles per hour. So Margate right now is beginning to dry out. The reason why there's a cold front and it's taking its sweet old time to move out. It's just lingering over the Jersey Shore. So we do expect a few more thunderstorms within the next 2 hours. This should be down to the south. Action radar along with Satellite 6 showing that we still have quite a few clouds around. Putting this into motion, you can see out in the front, again, is just beginning to drift to our south, and this should continue to push to the south throughout the night. And Action radar across the nation showing unsettled weather, primarily down to our south, and it looks as if for the weekend, timing pretty nice. High pressure will begin to build in, and this should bring us a lot of sunshine. The only problem this weekend will be in the form of some fog in the morning. Debbie is really dying. This is what's left of Debbie right now, just a tropical wave, and it's just south of Cuba moving west. We'll have to watch to see if it's going to redevelop when it heads into the Gulf this weekend, but it looks as if the upper level energy really won't be there. So the call from AccuWeather back at home. Well, summer's back, feeling a lot more like August after a whole week of temperatures below 80. Managed to make it up to 82 degrees, our morning low 67. Right now in Allentown, 78, Trenton 79, Wilmington 79, Dover 81, Lancaster 77, Center City 81, Camden 79, the Northeast 79, outside our studio 80. Sky 6 showing us a wet scene at the Jersey Shore, the boardwalk in Atlantic City, currently in Philadelphia. It's cloudy, 80 degrees, humidity still up there, 62%, barometer 29.99, holding steady, winds northwest at 9, and the ocean water temperature 73. The exclusive AccuWeather 5-day forecast, partly cloudy tonight, overnight low down to 70. Tomorrow, less humid, fog giving way to sunshine, 84. Saturday, mostly sunny, 84. Sunday, partly sunny, 82. Chance of a late-day thunderstorm on Sunday. Monday, 82, and Tuesday, partly sunny, 82 degrees. The humidity should be decreasing tomorrow. Lots of sunshine. Going down.
Going down. Thank you, Cecily. And finally tonight, 2 of the most unusual clam diggers at the Jersey Shore. Our New Jersey correspondent Lisa Quintana has the story of the hunting dogs that find their prey underwater.
It was just a day out clamming with the boys. Doc Huntley, his 2 Chesapeake Bay retrievers, and me. The only one along for the ride was me. Huntley and the dogs got work to do. Several times a week, Huntley, part-time clammer, full-time dog lover, takes his pets out clamming. On this day, it was along Townsend Sound off of Avalon Point.
There's occasions where I've been running up and down the bank looking for clams. Follow him. He'll find one or two.
The dogs have been known to retrieve over 25 clams on such outings.
The one here with the orange collar is Jesse, but he's actually not the original clam-digging dog. His predecessor, Ralph, was. Now Jesse's teaching his son, Skiff, how to do it.
Jesse barks when he feels a clam. With his paws, he drags the clam to more shallow water. He then dives in, and voila, he has one. Huntley believes the dogs figured out how to do it by watching him.
Yes. Thank you. That's a chowder clam. That's yours, isn't it? You want to eat it?
Yes, the 7-year-old retriever and his 9-month-old pup are also clam-eating dogs, to the amusement of their owner and other clammers.
What do you think of this guy and his dogs?
Well, it's not the strangest thing I've seen him do.
But it's up there.
It's close. It's close.
Do you enjoy having these clam-digging dogs?
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be without them. You know, they're pleasant to be around.
It's not every day you see clam-digging dogs, unless, of course, you're Doc Huntley. He and the dogs plan to be back at it for many more tomorrows to come. Lisa Quintana, Channel 6 Action News.
The World News Tonight is next on Channel 6. Action News continues at 11. Now for Scott Palmer, Cecily Tynan, Gary Papa, Dave Roberts, the entire Action News team, I'm Jim Gardner. We hope you'll join us at 11 o'clock tonight.
From Channel 6, this has been Action News, the most watched news program in the Delaware Valley. When you see news happening, call the Action News tip line by dialing News 6. In New Jersey, dial 966-6666 or call our regional news bureaus.